I just want to say I am I'm an Asian man. I'm an Asian man. And let me explain to you what I mean by that. Okay, look, here's a map. Alright, this is a good. I like this. I like this map because this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like right there. Um, it just like a shitty as my top screen. Let me turn this off. That's a map of Earth right there. See, where is the ocean? So, god damn, I can't really do this too accurately, but okay. Look, so my people come from Norway and Britain, from and Germany, basically just northwestern Europe. But here's my question: where is the ocean that separates Europe from the rest of Asia? Why would why would over here be, the Middle East? Why would that be considered Asian, but Europe wouldn't? Why does that make any sense? Well, because the continents, when they were made or whatever, it was very Eurocentric, because the people who made the continent system were Europeans, and they obviously were like, oh, we're our own continent, because it's since they didn't want to like think that they were a part of Asia, because that would make them on the same level as like the Chinaman or the Arab. They didn't want to be on that level, but they are. I mean, there's no fucking. It makes me so mad. Like, dude, I'm an objective thinker. I merely say what I see. I don't cloak it. I don't do my own spin on it. If I see something, I say it how I see it. God fucking damn it. I don't have any skin in the game. I'm an outside objective observer. There's no fucking ocean that separates Europe from the rest of Asia. Europe and Asia are the same continent. It makes me so mad Europe is a subcontinent of Asia, just as the Middle East is a subcontinent of Asia, or India is a subcontinent, or, there are such things as subcontinents. Europe is just a subcontinent of Asia. I am an Asian man. Just as, just as some bro whose eyes look like that. That's so fucking racist. So they don't have, I don't know what East Asian. See, I'm still into this mindset that like Asian. When I say Asian, like God, but I'm still in that mindset. But I'm Asian because I'm British. Like my ethnicity is, like if I took a DNA test, it would say I'm like 33% Norwegian, like 50% or no, like 33% British, 33% Northwest European broad. I mean, I hate DNA tests. I hate doing that shit, I hate it. I hate segregation and division. I hate that. But my people, my ancestors, they come from this part of the world, Europe. That's where my people come from. And there's no ocean that separates that from that. There's no ocean. They're the same fucking continent. God damn it. Why the fuck? And like, what makes me mad is like I say that and people are like, oh no, that's absurd. Even progressives, like forward-thinking people like myself, they're like, no, dude, no, they're two different continents. I'm like, are they though? I mean, where the fuck is the ocean that separates them? I mean, god damn it, it makes me so mad. These people, they're on the same Europe and Asia and the rest of Asia. They're on the same continental plate, whatever. They're on the same landmass. I mean, it's the same fucking continent. God damn it. There's no other way to say it than they are the same continent. I just happen to be, my people are from the western part of that continent, whereas, like, those people are from the eastern half. the eastern part, and then the hello, I am from I Texaport. Okay, like I know that shit's racist as fuck. I'm not racist. Damn, my fingers webbed. Holy shit. That's crazy, dude. Webbed fingers. It's so weird. Like I remember my dad talking about how my cousin had webbed fingers, and they're like, what is weird webbed fingers? But it means like the skin between your your fingers. It's just weird having webbed fingers. They're kind of webbed. I mean, that looks kind of webbed. It's just weird to think about. It does hinder how wide I can grip. Maybe the reason I can't grip a basketball is because my fucking fingers are webbed. Some interesting thing about it. I used to think I have big hands. I really have average sized hands. Like, they're average. I used to think they were big, but they're average. And I used to think I have big feet, you know, but they're also just average sized. What's weird is like, God, like, okay, like, let me show my setup real quick. It's kind of cool. Yeah, this monitor cost $200. It's curved. It's alright. It really is alright. This one's $800. It's expensive. I never use this, but yeah. Anyways, but like, what's so weird is like the obsession. It's like, so there's this dude named Aaron Bushnell, I think that's his name, and he fucking set himself on fire next to the Israeli embassy to protest the bombing of children. I mean, that's incredibly brave, incredibly noble, just totally, totally respect. Like, I mean, that dude has like the utmost bravery. I mean, to do that. But here's what's so weird. It's like there's this YouTuber named Samantha Lux, and basically he's like this dude who he's a professional female cosplayer, if that makes sense. Like he takes like cross-dressing and all that shit to the extreme. Anyways, he's like obsessed over like his he's like, oh my god, my brow line's too strong, I need to shave it, I need to spend all this money to shave my brow line. Here's the thing, the money that person uses for all those surgeries, that's just the exploitation of labor of people who are less fortunate than him. It's, you know, he's too barbaric to understand that. That's the whole thing with all the trans shit, man. Like, I'm not, like I'm a biologist. I'm a biologist first and foremost. I'm a biologist. The whole, it just makes me mad. Like, they don't understand that, like, their estrogen shit, that's horse urine. Like, they're exploiting horses. Our comrades, the horses, man. I mean, it's like, and that, but also their surgeries and all that fucking shit they have to do for their earthly bodies, which are earthly, and they're gonna decompose, but they're also earthly, and they promote tribalism. You know, being obsessed over earthly body, that's kind of tribalistic, but it's also like, bro, it's your earthly body. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, do you really want to be that focused on your earthly body over your soul? When I say soul, I'm referring to like your mind, your mind, you know. But it's like, and they do all these surgeries and shit. Meanwhile, you got bros like fucking Aaron Bushnell, fucking sets himself on fire for the Israeli embassy or consulate or whatever, and his eyeballs are like melting in his skull. His hair becomes like destroyed. You know, his skin disintegrates and all this shit. Meanwhile, you have Samantha Lux fucking worrying about whether his brow line's too strong. Like, what the fuck, man? These priorities are crazy. I mean, this dude's protesting the killing of children, the bombing of children in Palestine. Probably one of the most noble causes one could struggle for. And then you have like Samantha Lux, who's like, oh my god, I gotta, I'm going in surgery to get my brow line fixed. It's just weird to me. It's just so strange. Like, it's just these two polar opposite mindsets. Another self-immolation example is this dude back in like the 60s. I think he was born in 1897, so that would make him 3 years older than my great grandfather. But in Vietnam, he fucking burned himself alive. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit, dude. Just cut. But this dude, okay, so first off, Aaron Bushnell, he's a year older than me, which is fucking weird. But like when he put himself on fire, I mean, God, he's just, God, the whole being fired, just, ugh, it's weird. I don't like it. But he's like yelling, like, free Palestine, free, as he's like on fire. I'm like, it's so weird. It's just strange, bro. Like, it's just weird. I don't know. But he's like, you can tell he's yelling and shit. And God, I mean, I just can't imagine what it's like to be on fire, man. Like, fuck. And then but here's the caveat. Here's the whatever. He's 25, so he's kind of young, and also, oh yeah, he's 25. The other guy, the Vietnamese guy that did this shit, the same thing, he was like 60 something, and he was a fucking monk. So he was able to stand there like in complete, like, because Buddhist monks are like completely separate from physical. They don't, like, they're able to take the mind and just completely isolate it from any physical distractions. So when he's there being burned alive or whatever, like, he doesn't feel shit. He's just there like, So that's why he's able to not like scream and shit and yell. But Aaron Bushnell, I mean, he did a good job. He did a good job, honestly. Like, better than 99% could have done in that situation. But like, the whole self-immolation thing is just so fucking, I don't know, man. It's, anyways. So yeah, I was going originally. Oh yeah, but like, Aaron Bushnell, like, he didn't give a fuck. First off, he didn't give a fuck about himself, but also his like his possessions. Like, oh, his Minecraft world. Oh, he's not gonna be able to do his Minecraft world. Or he just completely detached himself from earthly desires or whatever. Like, oh no, his fucking Fortnite account. No, he's trying to get that battle pass. Damn it. Nah, dude, like, he just completely dissociated himself from earthly anything. Or like, in his eyeballs, like, oh my god, I have a pimple now. And like, do you think Aaron Bushnell gave a fuck? I mean, like, it's so strange. And of course, bones, they don't burn. They don't burn for whatever reason. They don't burn. But yeah. But man, this is weird, bro. Like, this is weird. This is weird. This is just weird. Like, for me, like, as a, it's like ever since I was a kid, I was just slowly brought into this world and into the understanding of just this stuff was just slowly taught to me, to where I just kind of like, okay, cool, But the more you think about it, it is really weird. It's kind of like, it's just this is weird. Like, this is weird. And it's very comparable to like this video I saw of like Scooby-Doo and Velma, whatever her name is, the one with this orange sweater. She's like, it is kind of weird how Scooby talks. And then everyone's like, yeah, that is kind of weird. And then Scooby-Doo's like, hmm? And then he like eats him or whatever, and he's like, why did you have to ask questions? I just wanted to have fun, do our adventures together, but you kept having to ask questions. and they keep going through all the different different animated like styles of all the variations of the show. Just fucking weird too when you think about it. I mean, like the concept of computer graphics, like what, like here's a weird thing I've been thinking about. I mean, you look at Skyrim. Just look at video game graphics, how they try to emulate reality, and you have like Fortnite does a cartoonish version of reality. Um, and then you have like a, because this is reality. Reality is like this camera. This is what I see. This is like this is the graphics of this water, of this whatever graphics. I mean reality. Of course the camera I'm using is pretty bad. It's weird. But these are the graphics of this game. We don't what does reality look like? I mean, imagine if your world was Fortnite. You wouldn't know what, you would think that's what reality looks like. The graphics in Fortnite, that's what reality looks like. And then you go play Skyrim, you're like, what the fuck? These graphics are so much different. They're so much more like whatever. And you would think that's reality. I mean, how do we not know graphics keep getting more and more advanced? I mean, imagine if I was in a simulation, like a birth simulation where you're born, live, die. You think that's your world, etc. Yada yada, and it's like Skyrim. The graphics are like the graphics are in the uncanny valley area where they're not, but you don't know. They're not like realistic graphics. I don't think reality exists, first off. But that's beside the point. But they're not real graphics. They're like Skyrim graphics, where they're kind of real, but you can tell it's not. It's just a simulation. It's not actual. I mean, this from 2000 to 2024, my lifetime could be that, just a video game simulation. And I think these graphics. No, this is just the graphics, latest generation of graphics, dude. There could be even more realistic graphics, but it does kind of get like FPS, you know, like frame rates. There gets to a point where you can't tell it, like 165. You can't tell the difference in frame rate from like 165 to 180 and above. It looks the same, I think. Or at least it takes more to see a difference. Like from 30 to 60, that's a huge difference. And from 60 to 120, it's a big difference, but less so. And the more you get, the less obvious it is. It's smoother frame rate, but obviously if it was like a billion frames per second versus 7,000, I think you would see a difference. I don't know. It's the human eye. How fast can the eye process shit? I don't know. But anyways, back to what I was saying. It is weird. I remember like in school we had to draw Earth and like 75% water and all this shit. And I remember like at my house back in like the 2000s, my dad was on the computer and like we were looking at Google Earth, and he was kind of fascinated by it. My dad, he was born in 1966. He was kind of fascinated by Google Earth and all that shit. I mean, it really is fascinating. We take it for granted. But this is like my Scooby Doo. Like, why does Scooby talk? Like, it's my like seeing something that I finally realized like that's kind of weird. And with space, it's like I used to think like, cause it's like how like a flat surface go in one direction. Eventually, you're gonna reach. I mean, like how far can you go in one direction? Space. How big can something be? Space is so weird, man. It trips me out. It gives me schizophrenia. I get schizophrenia just looking at space, because space. And I asked my brother this question: is the concept of space the same thing as that space? Oh shit. Fuck. Whatever. That space. Wait, hold on, let me look up the concept of space. three-dimensional. Damn it, typed it in. Okay, space is a three-dimensional continuum containing positions and directions. Space, 3 dimensions. That's space. I hate it because I type in space and it shows me like our local space. I want the concept of space. But that brings the question, are they the same thing? Another weird thing is brushing teeth. This is such a side rail. I don't even know if I want to keep. I'm 20 minutes in. Brushing teeth is weird. Like, I used to not brush my teeth at all. Like when I was a kid, I just didn't brush my teeth. I was like, I don't give a fuck. You know, I really didn't give a fuck, man. I was just ready to go home and play video games and get myself distracted from reality and not have to worry about the future and shit. It's weird how we have to brush our teeth, and the reason we do it is because our teeth, our bodies, this is our body, we don't get to, like, it limits us. Like, what fucking weirded me out is when the dentist said, once I get my teeth cleaned over, and she's like, oh yeah, you want to keep your teeth clean, because, they might, you might need them. They might, because they're like, you might live, another 75 years. You might need your, you might need your teeth. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. TikTok. I wish time didn't exist. I wish I could just play games and shit, and not have to worry about time getting older. And it's like, oh, you have 75 more years. That's fine. I'm like, yeah, but like, as I get older, As time goes on, I get older, and like, right now I look young and youthful and all that shit, and I have more opportunities because of such. But as time goes further, that diminishes more and more and more, and eventually and there's so much other shit, like kids and shit. God, I don't know, man. Do I want to have kids? I don't know. I understand it is unethical to have kids. Fully understand that. It is unethical. It's like breeding dogs so you can sell their kids for thousands of dollars. That is unethical. And that's very much comparable to having your own biological kids as opposed to adopting. A true communist would adopt. A true communist would believe in one family. Only one family. But there's that. And, it's like I see all these progressives, and they're like, but they have like kids, like son. Oh my god, my son. I'm like, dude, you're a progressive, yet you're doing these things which are very anti-progressive. But they don't know it's anti-progressive, so they don't know any better. In this video, I guess.